Hi everyone, I'm Deepthi at What's Up Gurgaon, and today I'm going to be talking to someone who has come a very long way in putting himself out there as a blogger. He's a lifestyle blogger, he's an influencer, and now he's an author too. Where his first book, Shit Happens, Desi Boy in America, was a complete bestseller. It sold like hot buns. So let's get talking. I have Karan Puri joining me today. Let me add him. Okay. Hi, Karan.
How are you?
Welcome to What's Up Gurgaon. Well, it's not an unknown territory for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, how have you
How are
been?
you doing?
How are things going with you?
Things are good. Just getting my work across. People
Right.
sending free copies and getting their reviews. So that's what's going on.
Right. Correct. So I was telling everyone that your previous book was a complete bestseller. So congratulations on the second one now. It's called Me Too, right?
Right. Me too. Short stories.
Me Too short stories. So firstly, congratulations on the release, especially during these times, when it's so difficult and the book is out and doing well. So tell us about the book first and what really got you to choose a subject, a sensitive subject like this to actually write something on it.
Mhm. Yeah, it was challenging because my first book being a very humorous account of my life in college in the US. So it was a very big challenge. You need a really different mindset for that, and especially to pen a novel, also it takes a lot of time and effort
Right,
because writing is a Herculean task, and there are many people that are involved in writing a book.
right.
So it took a lot of time. As you know, my schedule is like, I have to go to a lot of events, meet a lot of people, write a
Right,
lot of content for my blogging platforms. And I also write for various publications as a
right.
freelancer. So yes, What's Up Gurgaon, What's Up Life, everything keeps me
Yes.
busy. So,
Right.
and writing short stories was really a difficult task. And so I
Right.
every year I am doing something or the other which is new to me, which challenges me. So
That's
that's what
great to
I set about doing mainly. So this lockdown especially has given me a lot of time, to learn a lot, new things, and obviously my weekends are busy, doing something or the other part because weekdays is mostly doing sales and a lot of digital marketing for my clients.
Right.
So, but the journey was special this time. And as you know, since last year, I was, trying to finish this book, but it
Yes.
definitely wasn't happening. So, luckily for me, or unluckily for the world, the lockdown happened. And so it gave actually some time, um,
Right.
for me to finish this novel. So it's about a collection of short stories wherein I have tried to, bring home the point that, it is not okay to really, take anything or an abuse from anyone, be it
Correct.
your family, be it anyone. That is important. So I was always intrigued by the, relationship between men and women. Now that there's a lot of women doing well in the corporate world, and
Right.
also a lot of women-centric groups are on. Gurgaon Moms is one, and there are a lot of good initiatives that women have taken, and people have taken with events, empowering women, helping women grow, acknowledge them. So
Absolutely.
that was really interesting, and I always have been, always taking part in, those kind of events. And so I wanted to change the mindset of the, basically the country, the men, or anyone in the country about women. So,
Correct.
and cruelty and inhuman behavior is basically it's something that should be ridiculed. So, I thought, why not share personal stories of women who actually went through something like that?
They're real life stories, right?
Yeah, they are, and a lot of research has gone into it. But obviously, I had to change it to fiction because of the touchy subject. And
Right.
believe me, a lot of people have they're not really been interested in promoting such kind of a book. So it has been really difficult for me to get it out there.
Right.
But anyway, I mean, and especially due to the lockdown, the authors, most of my author friends haven't launched their books because obviously the publishers are not ready for the
Correct.
printing. So that was also a challenge, but I thought, why not do something different as usual? So I went about, launching it on Amazon as an ebook first.
Right.
So, and that experience was also something new because I learned how to do KDP publishing on Amazon, and did all the help with a little help from my brother-in-law. Did the cover page of the book, and
Okay.
also a friend of mine in Bangalore. He also helped me design the cover. And then there are a lot of people who take part in completing a book. So it's the editors, my editors like Sunalini, who also was an editor for my first book, Shit Happens Desi Boy in America. She helped a lot in editing my book. And Adarsh, your friend Adarsh, who was also a content writer in WhatsApp Live, she
Yes.
also helped in a way. And obviously the book. At least I got around 5 6 stories, and that's at about completing the book, which are a collection of short stories.
Right.
That was pretty good, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I hope the PR has really started, and recently the book the coverage came on Business Standard, Business World, and other newspaper magazines. So yeah, it's a start. So let's see. And I'm already trying to finish my second one, short story, another one on the lockdown. So just working on that.
Oh, very good. But tell me, Karan, a lot was spoken about Me Too. There was a Me Too
Right.
movement, and a lot of celebrities came out talking about it. But
Yes.
so, is that what really? So since then, I believe, is that what really got you inspired to actually pick this subject?
Yes,
As
definitely. When it happened, it started with Hollywood, the US, and
yeah,
then it went about globally. So then, obviously, some people in India also started speaking about it, and some of the women, maybe for publicity, they were, talking about it. Some actually had real stories.
right,
So, that obviously that time it really motivated me to, find out actually from the women who went across such a thing that what actually happens and how they
right,
feel and how do they come out. So the basic idea was, to let them know that they should take it out and, they should tell someone, share it with someone so that they feel lighter inside and it doesn't, really depress them and, it doesn't result in
right.
anything which it is good it's just bad, like a suicide or
Right.
something. So that
Correct.
is
But tell
also
me,
very
do you think the movement has made any difference in the way women react now vis-a-vis what it was before the movement started? Do you
yeah
think
everybody
women are more
knows.
open to talk about it and, take it on head on and, file
Right.
complaints and all of that?
Yeah, as it is, every human being is eligible for personal space. So that movement helped people know that there is a space that they have personal space that they have, and they
Correct.
should define the boundaries. That
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
that really helped, I think. So especially people in India, what they were thinking, and their mindset. A lot of campaigns were done to change the mindset of men also and women also. So it was
Right.
not only men, it was both. Even the women, they thought differently than what was right actually. So
Correct.
that really brought about a lot of change.
Sure. I mean, great. I mean, I think it's a great initiative, to bring it out. But
Mhm.
coming to you as a blogger and an
Right.
influencer, you're a lifestyle blogger. You
This is
write
one
and
copy of the, I got the printed for the book.
oh, you got it
This
printed.
one is
Oh,
yeah, one copy.
oh,
And there's
nice.
a blurb from Mr. Raghu Rai, so who I admire a lot. So
Oh,
that was really special that he wrote intimate, honest, and penetrating account, and on the books. Very happy, and he wrote a foreword which I want to read actually. I'll let.
yes.
Yeah. So he said. Almost all of us have known and experienced misuse of position and its power in various avenues of life. The hierarchy, the caste system, or the feudal world of our society has created suffering and pain on many levels of daily life. Looking at 70 years of independent India, freedom hasn't provided sense of responsibility, equality, and security to many of us. In
True.
this aspect, women have been the most vulnerable part of our system. Suddenly, there erupted with surprise and shock to several of us a movement called Me Too. Finally, some brave, bold, and courageous women opened up the lid to let the lethal gas of harassment and suffering spread in the corridors of power and sensitive mind space, describing how women at workplace were going through hell. Karan Puri describes something as beautiful as I love you have morphed into a rallying cry of coercion and how, and suddenly a deluge of Me Too stories stormed our lives through digital and print media. Karan's book is an intimate, honest, and penetrating account of what has been going on. Simple details picked up from daily life, shared with strength and imagination, brings us up close to a movement which rose and seems to be settling down on unreasonable piles of controlled and repressive structures. Karan's fiction novel Shit Happens Desi Boy in America was a bestseller of that time. I see no reason why a subject like Me Too not become a rallying point for sensitive and responsible citizens of a civilization called India. The book should add a powerful momentum to a stir, a reminder and an awakening of the issue, which should not be allowed to die down till each one responsible for the upheaval is brought to books. This was his prologue, preview on the book.
That's
The
just
foreword
absolutely
was pretty,
fantastic. So
yeah, and
congratulations on
it
that
really
as well.
summarizes the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. I'm sure the book is going to do really really well, since it's so freely available on Amazon. I
Mhm.
thought I would get a paperback version of it, and I
Yeah,
hope I
I'm also
get
looking forward. Actually, I'm also waiting for one. Once I get, that'll be kind of my Diwali gift for everybody,
Yes,
close
Achu,
family and
I look
friends.
forward to that. Oh, yes,
Yeah,
it'll add to my collection of books here.
yeah.
Uh, so, Karan, tell me now, coming to you as a
Mhm.
blogger, how has lockdown been for you? Apart from writing your book, of course, and,
Right,
releasing it and all that, how
right.
has it been for you? Any new hobbies you've picked up or any new interests or what have you been up to all these 4 months?
Audience. Yes, I've actually started, taking weekend classes on learning a new language. So I'm learning French, which is
Oh,
an
wow.
important language. And secondly, I also, did a lot of courses. I had time to do a lot of, short-term courses on digital marketing, some on, you know, uh, gamification, and one currently I'm doing on data science and this Tableau, which is a new software. So it's really useful, analytics, Google Analytics, and digital marketing. So, working on that and also obviously, learning new skills like, helping my wife in the kitchen. Because,
Oh,
and also, with the household work and other things. So yeah, it
yes.
keeps me busy.
Yes, so very well. Thumbs up to you on that.
Yeah, thanks.
Uh, but also tell me, Karan, like you're talking about, all technical stuff, which is very unlike
Mhm.
a lifestyle blogger. But I mean, there's
Right.
this perception, that people have about bloggers that, they're just people who go out, get freebies, they eat,
Mhm.
they stay free, they eat free, and they come
Mhm.
home. But
Yeah, it's
I
not only about
there's
food.
a lot more
Others.
that happens behind the scenes which people are not aware of. So how would you want to kind of scrap that myth? that bloggers are only there to have freebies?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of restaurant owners actually, being a food influencer also. So I've been in the industry for more than 6, 7 years now, and a lot of restaurant owners have actually, understood the value of influencers in their, restaurants, and getting the message across to
Yes.
their target audience. And now, some of them actually have food influencers in their, strategic mix. So, once they make the plan, marketing plan, execution
Yes.
plan for any event, they actually have, influencers, and they instruct their PR agencies, to ensure that they get the right kind of influencers for their campaigns. So it's very important. A lot of background work goes into it. Like, you have to update your blogs. If you have a blog, then it's a very good thing. Otherwise, there are other things like, Instagram bloggers, Facebook
Yes.
bloggers, and and the TikTok and everything. So a lot of new technology is coming into play, and the influencer space has really grown in the last 1 or 2 years. And it's here to stay. Definitely, the lockdown, also the influencer marketing has increased. That is the only digital way for brands to promote themselves, and the cost-effective way. So everybody has got on the bandwagon, and they are actually making use of it. If you see now, a lot of Insta stories, and a lot of all these influencers only, they make sure that the buyer takes the decision. So they really influence whatever you're looking at on the web. So yeah, it's definitely very important, and I think it's a nascent stage in India, but abroad already it's grown a lot. So
Right.
if there's a regulation which is in place, which comes, and bloggers are certified and everything, then a lot of good things will happen very fast.
Right, right. But tell me, do you think now, because of people are not venturing out and most
Mhm.
businesses are dependent on digital media now?
Right.
So, do you think there's going to be an increase in the demand for influencers and bloggers since everything is happening digitally now?
Yes, yes. As I said, it has already increased, and a lot of obviously, the micro influencers, macro influencers, then there, the TV stars, film stars. There are all
Yes.
kinds of influencers, and now influencers also, they take part in the whatever they write, the strategy for the creative strategy for the brand. So they contribute their bit. So it's not just copy paste now. You actually have to think, be creative, and execute the right message for the brand, so that the brand is happy. And
Correct.
obviously, a lot of responsibility is there. You have to be responsible because you have certain people following you. So they're your fans, your followers. So
Correct.
it's a paid campaign. You write paid campaign. If it's something that you do only those campaigns which you believe in.
True.
If you don't like a
That's
product,
important.
then obviously you should
Yeah.
not go for it. If you're yourself not convinced, then the idea being an influencer is you have to be yourself. So if
Correct.
you're really not convinced about it, then why promote it? And obviously, a lot of social work and other things also should go on. And there's any occupation, you have to give back to the society. That's what makes you happy. So it's for yourself only. So we
Yes,
also
absolutely.
always lend
Yes.
a hand in those kind of things, initiatives, by an NGO or by a brand, CSR activities and other things that also we are always part of.
Oh, but that's very well said, Karan. I mean, thank you for the insights. I think a lot of people, I think all you guys who have joined in, you can ask him questions also on, blogging if you're looking to kind of head towards that direction. But coming back to this, Karan, tell me, were you always interested? Like, what got you interested in, blogging and review as a reviewer? Like, you've been around the city and
Mhm.
uh, to various new
It's
places.
my love for food actually.
Okay.
Uh,
Awesome.
I'm very interested. Being a Punjabi, I always, love to go out, eat. So my earlier initial Zomato reviews were actually, paid by me. So I actually tried, um, tried those restaurants and really wanted to, go and try those kind of cuisines. And
Right.
when I was running a restaurant, also I was a partner in a restaurant that time. And so, obviously, when there was a critic, Hindu newspaper critic, Mr. Osama Jalali, he came to my restaurant and, he gave so many recommendations. I was, amazed. And he told me that, I do this I write and I go and eat in the restaurants and review their food. I said, "Are you a chef yourself?" He said, "Yes, obviously. If I am not a chef or I don't know about food, then why
Yes.
will I do it?"
Right.
So, that's something which I take with me. So, you have to know your stuff well if you
Exactly.
have to
Right.
you specialize in something. So, it is important you create a niche, and actually, if you create a niche yourself, then it's easier to sell yourself also, since you
Correct.
specialize in that.
Right. Absolutely. I think it extends a lot of credibility also to what you're doing then. But
Yes.
so now talking about food,
Mhm.
with the pandemic now on everyone's head, and we don't see it coming down anytime soon.
Mhm.
Well, hopefully, but I think another couple of months, I don't see it coming down. But how do you think, like we've seen all these restaurants and the hospitality industry and
Right.
F&B mainly being hit real hard, and they're still, I think, grappling to actually,
Mhm.
stand back up. So how do you
Right.
see the food trends now changing? I mean, I'm sure it already has, like you have contactless dining,
Mhm.
which is like a very new thing, and I don't know how we are going to get accustomed to it. But how do you think the food trends are going to change?
It's good you asked me because I recently wrote an article on this in today's Traveler magazine and also Daily Hunt. Everybody is asking this question nowadays because that they want to
Yeah.
know how will the food industry be affected because it's an industry which gives a lot of employment opportunities and
Correct.
it's majorly affected by this pandemic. So
Right.
definitely, a lot of investments will go. The food, obviously, the food culture and the food, the way we eat our food, that is going to change in the future. A
True.
lot of hygiene and other things are going to come to the fore. So that should be the focus. And hotels and restaurants are already taking care of that nowadays. They are, getting the right message across through social media. That what are the good initiatives that they're taking for the restaurants and even
Right.
deliveries. So all these brands, the delivery brands are also helping in a way, and they really supported the food industry during the tough times in March and April. So I see, the food industry, getting out of it, but it should take 10, 12 months at least for them. And sadly, some of
Yes.
the restaurants might be closing down because, it's high rental cost, a lot of other costs are involved. So, and and it's not only India; all other countries are affected. So,
True.
industry is the most affected on the travel and food and hospitality sector. So, yeah, obviously, it's going to take a lot of time, but obviously there'll be a lot of deliveries and a lot of hygiene and other factors will come into play because right now people are really scared, to eat outside. So a lot of
Correct.
lot of hotels and restaurants will have a lot of chefs coming out, and they are already doing Insta Live, Facebook Live, going online, and promoting that they have good food ready for delivery to your home. So that's
Yes.
I think the way ahead right now.
But do you still see a lot of places approaching you as a blogger to promote their place or to
Yes,
review the food?
already. If you see my Insta stories, they're full of stories on for restaurants and hotels that they are ready for delivery, and just I'm just helping them promote their delivery space right now.
Sure,
That is
but
happening. That is
yes,
starting now.
correct. Right. So, how do you see the whole situation unfolding now? I mean, with the
Yeah.
I mean, restaurants are trying, hotels are trying, but travel is still,
Yes,
not
travel.
really the picture
Maybe
right now.
mid-July or August, they're planning to open the airport. So let's see how it goes if the situation improves. Otherwise, it's like, right now it's scary. So we just have to wait when it
Correct.
starts.
But I'm sure as a blogger, the experience would be would not be as probably high up on the scale, as a personal
Yeah.
experience, like going there personally and, the vibe, everything.
Definitely.
And now, of course, everything is being delivered at home. So
Yeah,
that
see,
is,
it's the answer is in the word, in the industry name, hospitality. So if you don't have that, then it doesn't make that effect. So
correct.
definitely we'll wait, but definitely it will get back to normal. I hope. There. Yeah.
Correct, right. So, yeah, absolutely. And we hope that it does come back, and and you keep putting giving us
I
more
hope.
books and writing as well. And hopefully, I will get my hands on that book. Once you
Sure,
get
I hope soon. Maybe in August. I hope so.
yes,
Fingers crossed.
yes, hopefully.
Yeah. And
Well,
really
thank
nice
you.
chatting with you. It was a lot of fun, and looking forward to any questions that come up. I will definitely answer them in the
Absolutely,
post.
yes.
Whenever.
Yes, so you can just tell people where they can get in touch with you for any,
Sure.
blogging related blogs or
Yeah.
anything I want to ask you.
Yeah, my Insta ID is Born Voyage Lovers. So me and my wife, we do a lot of lifestyle blogging. So we use that handle, and on my website is karanwrites.com, where you can obviously easily contact me. My email address, everything is given there. So look forward to you reading the book, and I'm on Kindle. I'm sure I'm gonna publish a lot more soon.
Yes, and looking forward to that, Karan. Congratulations once again for
Thanks a lot.
your book, and we hope to read a lot more of you.
Sure. Thanks a lot. Nice talking to you,
Thank
Deepthi.
you. Thanks,
All the best.
Karan.
Good luck.
Good luck to you. Bye.